Hello, it is the real moment with the FTO again, your friend Folaranmi today, Oyediran. The topic I brought before you today, the question I want to ask, as a matter of fact, is a very wonderful one, and I know that you will be very delighted to hear my view about it, and I know that it will also help you. Now, this is the question. I lived a very wayward life before I became a Christian, and is in a serious relationship. At what point should I tell my partner about my past life? My friend told me never to let him know, but something within me tells me that she is wrong. That is, that my friend is wrong. Is she right? Of course, you have said it. Something within you says that your friend is wrong. And I want to align with you on that your friend is actually wrong. Because you see, there's nobody who doesn't have a past, and you shouldn't be afraid or ashamed of whatever is in your past, and that is where it belongs. It's in the past. And of course, as somebody coming into a relationship with someone, you must learn that now that you have changed, thank God you said it was your past life. So it's a life that is in the past, and that's actually supposed to be the attitude that you have towards it, and the attitude that your partner, if truly he is a believer in God, is a believer in the fact that a changed life is possible, he should have that attitude. So why you shouldn't dwell on your past or live in regrets, which I don't encourage people to do, live in regrets in their lives. You may have made wrong choices in the past, but that should not determine what your life is currently and what your future, will look like. It's very important to let your partner know what had been in your past, because somebody may show up in your future that knows about that past, and your partner may not take it very kindly if he or she is getting to know about what had been your past. The question that should actually be paramount is, at what point in your relationship should your partner be told what had been in your past? I'll take you to my own very example from the beginning. Before I got married to my wife, before we even started the journey at all, we met and we discussed where we were coming from, where we had been to, and where we were going in the future before we eventually made up our mind whether to marry each other or not. I'm not saying that your case must be like my own, but it must be early enough in your relationship so that it won't be as if you have invested your emotional capital. He also has invested his emotional capital. He or she, as the case may be, has invested emotional capital only to discover that what you had been through in the past, I cannot cope with it. So it will have amounted to a waste and heartbreak to that person. So it is important that you let him know so that he will make informed choices. It is important that when somebody is entering into a relationship like that, he's entering into it intentionally, not based on deception or not based on unrealistic expectations. All right. So if you've been with a guy before, whatever extent you have gone with that guy, if how I always say it, one of the things that make people to think that they shouldn't tell others what they have been through is because of this mentality of thinking that if I lose this one now, I may never get another one. Who tells you that? That if you lose this one now, you can't get another one. All right. You are uniquely made by God, and every day of your life, God had ordered it before you even woke up to walk in any of those days. And so He knows what lies in your pathway in life. So don't live your life in deception. Open it up so that anybody that is entering into a relationship with you, we know assuredly what he's entering into. All right. I remember many years ago, my wife and I went to the environment where she grew up, and she had told me about a guy who proposed marriage to her in the past. And of course, because of the level they were at that time, she rejected, and there was a gang up against her somehow. And of course, she told me everything that happened around that time and stuff like that. So when I got to that environment, I met the guy. I shook hands with him. I said, "Oh, thank you. My wife told you told me about you. He was just looking at me as if a tornado had just hit him or stuff like that. So it's something like that. So there will not be fear. There will not be any kind of, hey, if he discovers now, you will not live all your life under the bondage of fear of being discovered. So that is a very important reason why you must uh, tell your partner what your life had been before you met him or before you met her. And of course, as a partner, if somebody is telling you what she has been through or what he has been through before meeting you, you should be mature enough to accept the fact that all of us, we have stories, of what had happened in our past. And if you live in the past, we will not be able to make reasonable progress into the future. All right. So I encourage you, summon the courage and let your partner know where you're coming from, and from where you are now, build a flourishing future together. I hope you've been blessed. If you have truly been blessed, this book, Sex, Love, Love, Sex, and Relationship, is where I've been taking all the questions that people have asked over the years. There are so many of them that I know time will not permit me to share with you on this platform. So I encourage you to get a copy. You will see the description of how to get a copy at the end of this video and in the description on this channel. I hope that next I come, you would have reached out to me, and I would have also been able to be part of your journey in building a fruitful and flourishing relationship. Till that time, subscribe to this channel, send the link to your friends and your brothers and your sisters, and let them also enjoy what you are enjoying, and let all of us grow together in building flourishing and fruitful relationship. I see you again. Bye bye.